Hello, this is Angela from Wolfchild Designs, and this is a little studio vlog of me doing some digitizing. If you're wondering why my hand is moving awkwardly, it's because there is a cat on my desk. There is a tiny little fuzzy cat on my desk. This is chaos. Don't rub on mommy's keyboard, thank you. And she loves to sit on my desk and push the buttons with her face, which is not fun. Anyway, today I'm using this up here is an app called Soundtracks by Twitch, and it's 100% non-licensed or non-copyrighted material that you can listen to and record on stream and on YouTube that is DMCA free. So I thought I'd give it a try with my studio vlogs because you know, I like music and I found this cool synth channel and it reminds me of being at the goth club, and it's also like a perfect tempo for like working. So cat hair. Silly cat. I wish like my camera could be lower so you could see her, but whatever. Maybe I'll get a different camera angle so you can see her. Anyway, today I'm digitizing an order for a client. He ordered before Christmas, but he did not need it. He did not need it by Christmas, which was super awesome because so many people were trying to get in by Christmas, and I'm like, dude, it's not gonna happen. So here we go. I already downloaded the picture file, so I'm gonna go insert that now. And the software I'm using is Bernina. It says it up here. Bernina Embroidery Software Designer Plus version 7. It's just always what I've insert artwork is what we want. And then I'm gonna hunt down. Let's do embroidery pictures. I put it in dog. I put it under D for dog. There it is. So that's our picture that he wants, and then he wants words too, but I can't show the words because it includes a phone number. So we're just gonna, I'll just show you guys how I do the dog part. So I should probably make a template for this because I do this shit I have to do this every time. I have to rotate this. I have to go in and create a rectangle so I can see where the bag is at. So this is representative of the finished size of the bag dimensions. That way I don't have to unlock it. God damn it. I swear a lot. Fair warning. You've been warned. I don't want any complaints about my language because you've been warned. I'm also going to put a disclaimer at the front of this video when I go into editing because I'm not going to edit myself. This is who I am. I am not kid friendly. Okay, so there's our bag dimensions. There we go. So this red outline is our bag dimensions. Let me minimize this. Okay, so here's... Okay, so you know I was just talking about creating a template. Maybe I can do that right now while we're thinking about it. So rotate that, go back to there, create our majigger. Unlocked? Yes, scaling is unlocked. So 11 by 6 and viola. And then can I save as template? I haven't done this. New from template, export maybe? Is there an export option? I remember that I changed it like forever ago and I just can't seem to remember how I did it. If you know how to do it, then put it in the comments unless I figure it out right now. Maybe editor me will change it. Hold on. There it is. Software templates. What? And then if I save it over the normal one, cha-ching, replace everything. Okay, let's test this theory. This is gonna be fun. Okay, so it fucking works. That's so cool. Oh my god, where the hell what have I been doing with my life? I feel like a mad genius now. I knew there was a way to fucking make a template. Okay, but the only problem is it didn't move, it didn't transform the actual hoop on here, but it did create the rectangle. So I don't think you can, I think I can make a custom hoop. Add hoop, oh no, undo. Okay, where's undo? Okay, I'll mess with that later. But that's really cool that I was able to figure that out while I was thinking about it. And then this, the customer wants this design and some words like next to it. I like to start small with designs because if you make it small, let's see, a 1-to-1, there we go. If you make it small, you can make it bigger and it actually will look better as it gets bigger, as opposed to the opposite, which is if you make it big and then try to shrink it, it gets really messy. So this is the approximate size that I kind of want it. I'm trying to visualize it finished on the bag. Generally, I like to leave a little space because it just looks cleaner, because the way the bag goes together, it kind of gets like rolled over on the seam parts. So even though this is within the parameters of the whole surface of the front of the bag, there is still like a 1/2 inch buffer from here that I kind of, or like 1/4 to a 1/2 inch that I kind of like to give it just in case. So I could probably move that over a bit more. And then I'm going to put the words here. But you're not going to see that. So this was actually, like, if you could see, it's a digital proof of an embroidery design, which I think is hilarious. That he found this design and was like, hey, can you put this on a bag for me? And you can even see this fucking jump stitch. Okay, so the first thing I'm thinking is when I'm working on embroidery, I'm building layer by layer how it's going to stitch out in my head. So what you want to do is, because digitally this looks like all one piece, it's not. It's going to be several pieces. So what I'm thinking is these thicker parts under here are going to be a fill stitch, like right here, and then maybe the eyes too, and then this ear, obviously. Those I'm probably going to want to do first, and then the rest of it can be like an outline on top of that. So I'm going to do those pieces first, and I could probably connect them with a run stitch instead of having it jump around. I can probably go from one side to the other side, and this is me thinking out loud, by the way. And then I can do the middle part last to create. And depending on how close the objects are together, you can eliminate jump stitches by skipping objects back and forth further away than the jump limit. So in software, there's a jump stitch limit where if it's under a certain distance, it'll just jump without cutting the thread from one object to the next object in your design. But we don't want that because we don't want to have to trim that shit. So the easiest way to do that is to trick the machine by just moving from like one side to the other. Sometimes it works with the design, sometimes it messes with the pull compensation. It'll make things a little messy, but I think with this one we could probably get away with it just because it's gonna be real small and it probably won't matter. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to start at this ear here. And I see what they did based on the stitches. So I'm just going to make a straight piece. Oh, that's super weird. It doesn't even look like that's stitches. There's parts of it that don't look like stitches. Anyway, okay, so let's get started here. Come on, where is it? Why? Why are you way over here? Oh, what are you doing? Oh my god, why? Please stand by while I have technical difficulties with my pen tablet. Because my pen tablet wants to be a butthead. What is your effing problem? No. No. Oh, there you go. I don't know why it was only set to one monitor. Oh, I might have did that last time. Anyway, here we go. Okay. Now that I fixed, there we go. Now I can move it around. My pen tablet was being fucky. Let's see. Let's go with black. Come on. Select black. No? No? Okay. Closed objects. Black. There we go. Now I did it. Okay. I'm actually gonna go a little less than the outside of this because we're gonna have an outline. So I'm right clicking around the curves, left clicking on the straight parts, and right clicking in this program creates curved nodes. If you've ever used a Photoshop program or anything like that where you create vector images, you'll know what nodes are. And then I'm putting a straight here because I'm going to change direction, and a lot of times it looks funny if I put a curve there. Like, backspace is your friend. So watch, I'll show you what I mean. So if I put a curve there, oh no, it came out alright. Sometimes it gets a little wonky. Like, it's not quite right. I don't like how that came out. So let's do left here, then right, 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 right. I don't know. Sometimes I get a little spicy. Oh no, I wanted to go in a little bit, yeah. So, because there's going to be an outline. So I want to like put the fill object kind of like in between where the outline's gonna go, so that it like it's in the middle of the stitch lines. So if like the outlines goes across like this, then my fill stitch is like in the between its stitch points. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, okay, so here's where it gets a little complicated because I did not pay attention to where I started. H on your keyboard will allow you to adjust the nodes after the fact. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, it did end where I wanted it to end. Okay, so now I'm gonna deselect that with escape. I'm gonna select open object, which will allow me to create a run stitch. And we're gonna go from the end of that one, and I'm just gonna go down the middle. And it doesn't matter what it looks like because it's gonna be underneath everything else, so you're never gonna see this. But it's just a way. See what I mean about the weirdness? Okay, so straight here, curved here, straight here, and now it looks better. And so it's just basically connecting. So when it stitches, it's gonna go from this object, escape, this object, and it's gonna end here, and then it's gonna continue this way, and it's not gonna jump across. And so there won't be any loose threads that we have to clip, at least at that part anyway. So we're gonna go back into our closed object. We're gonna select our, what is this, step fill. And I'm gonna start from where that straight stitch or running stitch left off. That way it'll start there, and hopefully I can end it at the other side then run along to the other fill area that I'm going to do. That needs to be a straight, curve, straight, curve, curve, straight. I'm coming down here just because I want to make sure there's coverage. Here we go. I'm really digging this channel. I wish it was more instrumental though. I don't like when it has words, but I like this song. This song can live. Ugh, someone keeps setting off fucking fireworks in my neighborhood and it's like really irritating. Or there's a gun range next to me all of a sudden, but it's really annoying. Okay, here's our next fill shape. And I'm gonna, after I'm done with these, I'm gonna go back and check on the starting and stopping points of this one. Here we go. Ah, no. Go that way. There we go. I'm not gonna go, maybe I how am I gonna do, it's fine. So it's tiny, so there's really no need to do a lot of hyper detail with it because it's so little that less is more with tiny designs. Because if you put too much detail in one spot, it's just going to be a garbled mess of stitches and it's going to look like crap. So you want to make sure that you're not overthinking. Like this kind of stuff, my thought was that this little, like, the parts that's sticking out, I should digitize them as part of this design, which is what it looks like they did in this design already. But it's gonna look a mess. So what I'm gonna do is use the block tool instead to create those variations in the design. You'll see what I mean when I get to that. Okay, so now I'm gonna escape and select to make sure it starts here. Where's my end point? There it is. Okay, it ends there. It could end over here, that's fine. And then this one, escape. This one, H. Okay, that's fine. It can live. Okay, so now, oh, that's gonna suck. How's that gonna work? I just had a thought. Oh no, that's fine. Okay, so I just had a thought. How am I gonna go from here to over this way without this looking, without doubling up the stitches right here? I don't know, I might just have to bite the bullet on that one. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start and see where I go. So the fill stitch for this is gonna be a satin stitch. And I'm just gonna start here. So if you watched my previous videos, I have used this tool. This is one of my favorite tools in general because you can create satin stitch columns. There we go. And but of varying width. So it's like not a straight, oh god, that looks terrible. What are you doing? Okay, so straight maybe, and then pin here, and straight. There we go, got it. Yeah, curve. Yeah, so see what I mean? Sometimes you gotta put straights where there's curves, and sometimes you gotta put a few more nodes in place. Anyway, yeah, I can't talk today. I've always had a lisp growing up, and sometimes it's more noticeable when I make the sounds. Like it's bothersome, but it's fine. It also always feels like there's too much saliva in my mouth, which I guess is not like the worst thing ever, but it's still like not fun. Okay, so I'll put a straight here. See what I mean with the, I'm making my satin column accommodate those extra little pointy bits, for lack of a better way to say that. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to clock in. Damn it. How long has this been running? Let me clock in real quick. I like to track my hours just like for my own self. Let's see. Add check-in. What was it? It's been running for 20 minutes. Okay, so 20 minutes ago. Digitizing. Check in, check. All right, cool. Now I'm all checked in. Yay. Oh, it's getting dark now, and it's getting colder in here. It's fine. Oh, I really like this music channel. It's like low key, but it's like not sleepy music, which is nice. A lot of the ambient channels that like are just kind of background music, they're too sleepy. It's like, how am I supposed to get anything done with this sleepy ass shit in the background? Oh, that looks terrible. Let's see if I can fix it. Okay, that's not the end of the world. Let's go here and here and here and here and here. Oh, I should have did that one first. Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter because I can cut it short and then it's not under the other one. That's fine. Okay. So I'm just using right clicks through here for curved nodes. Yep. Right click, right click. How boring is this, right? Left click here because I'm changing my direction again. And then I did a curve. I did right click, and then I'm doing left click, left click. And that creates like this really nice like structure in those weird kind of corner places. I don't know why, it just does. And this is just like learned experience of just messing things up and fixing it. Of just like, oh, that didn't work. Backspace. Let's try again. So I always have to, so I usually do straight going into the curve in the curve, and then straight coming out of the curve. And it usually works great. And then when I don't do that, I usually have to go back and fix it. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier with, see where those, you can't see my finger in front of the screen. I keep forgetting that. Okay, so see where that ends in the middle of these stitches? So that's where I'm going to keep it, is I'm going to keep that, that's inside these two stitch points. I hope that makes sense now. That's what I was talking about earlier with the column being this way and then the edge of the solid piece being ending in between the column, if that makes sense. So there's technically like 3 rows of stitching that's going to happen here. This one, this edge here, and then this one on the outside. And the reason I like to do it this way is because of the fact that I work with vinyl. And I know how vinyl is, and you don't want to put that many puncture holes in one spot. So having it kind of bridged out instead of basically going over puncture holes is bad. I mean, there's some spots right now that it's going to happen, but it's not the end of the world. And I might re-edit that piece because I don't need all this. This is doubled up now. I don't need this to be doubled up. So I'm going to go back and delete it when I'm done with this shape here. I hope that made sense. And I'm going to say that a lot, so just, I repeat myself, I say the same things over and over again, and so do a lot of people actually. So I don't know if anybody watches How I Met Your Mother, but drink. Don't do it, it's a trap. If you get that reference, that's awesome. Leave a comment below if you get that reference, but most people probably won't get it. And now I want it, like, my brain is like, explain it so the people who don't get the joke can get the joke, but then it kills the joke because then I have to explain it. you know, so I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, let's see. Today I'm feeling kind of talkative, so this is working really well. Ow, my hand is hurting again. Ow. Oh, is this the correct glove that I need for my left hand? No. Where's my other glovey? Oh, it's probably in my shop. Damn it. Oh no. No, that's a napkin. It's not in my pocket. Sometimes I put it in my pocket. Oh, see, this is a conundrum. I wonder, maybe I'll just make it... Okay, so if I go this way, and then I go... This is gonna be weird. I hope this works out. So I kind of just like folded it on itself. I don't think I've ever done that before. Oh, this is terrible. There's no way that's gonna look good. Okay, so I need to end that piece there. And then I'm gonna have to... Let's go. Ooh, yeah, there you go. Good doggy. All right, let's see. So let me open this. This one is what I want. And so I'm just gonna delete all that. Oh, there we go. Because the other one is over it, so I don't need to. I'm gonna move it down here though, so it kind of does that. There we go. Okay. So that spot where I went and I had them doubled, I went and I redigitized, or like I edited this piece so that it's not underneath that piece now too. So there's not double stitches right there. So that's, you know what? Yeah, that might work actually. So let's do, you're probably not gonna even see this. So let's do, okay. And then we're going to do a column. And so I put a running stitch right along the edge of that piece to connect the two columns of outline stitching. And I'm fairly certain you're not going to see it because you can't even see it. See, it's right there. You can't see that. So, but that's also again going to prevent jump stitches that I will not have to trim later. Yay! Not trimming threads is the ideal. That's the goal you want when you're digitizing, is not having jump threads, not having too many stitches in one spot. So, you know, and then like a lot of overlay, overlapping rather. So this is overlapping right here. But that's just enough so that they cover each other and it doesn't look like crap. So I'm going to go ahead and put another running stitch from here along this edge to this column that I'm going to create here. And then go back to my columns. Not fill. I want a satin. Okay, so I'm going to go up a little bit just so I have the coverage. Because there's nothing worse than gaps in your embroidery. It really doesn't look good. I'm going to do a straight there and a curved here. Curved, 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 straight, curved, straight, curved, straight, curved, 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 curve, curve, curve. Oh, went too far. Backspace, backspace. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh no, I don't like that. Okay. Straight, curved, straight, curved, straight, curved. I'll take it. It's a little wonky looking. Okay. So now we're back to the beginning. Where's my freaking mouse? Okay. Yeah, so this is T on my keyboard toggles the... It's called True View, which is like the stupidest way to say like what it looks like in person. It should be called like Real View or something like that, or like Stitch View, because True View is a little misleading, because what it looks like on the screen in graphical stitches, let's say, where you can see the design features, is not always how it looks on once you stitch it out in real stitches. So I don't know, it's kind of dumb that they call it that, but whatever. But I really like this guy. He's coming along real well. And so the outline part is done. And now I'm going to do the little details. So this I could do a closed object, but I'm going to still do a satin because it's so little. Like, honestly, I almost don't want to do this piece, but if I don't, it's going to change the whole character of the dog. And then in order to get my jump, I'm going to go all the way up here. I'm going to switch back to a column and digitize this guy here. And this is what I meant where it wasn't going to overlap. And since this guy's real small, I'm actually going to make this a little bit narrower than it actually is, because stitches are physically dimensional. And then this one I can just do a little blurb. No, that's a terrible blurb. What is that? So let's delete that blurb, go back, and redo the blurb. So blurb, it's gonna end up being just like a blurb. See? Blurb. You're not gonna get the same detail. It's just not possible. And this one I can make about the same size because it's not touching anything else. Vague identity. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so there might be some jump stitches in this. Yeah, those will be easy to trim. That's fine. And then I'm gonna go over here and create this eyebrow. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. And again, I'm gonna make it just a smidge narrower than it actually is because it's really close to that other stitching. There we go. Enter. There you go. And then I'm gonna come over here and do this guy. That is terrible. What is that? No, that's not what I wanted. Dang it. Oh. It's got a weird feeling. And then I'm gonna do this side. Whoa. Oh, excuse me. My shoulders get tight from sitting. Come on. There it goes. No. And then let's do. Yeah, we're not going to be able to avoid a lot of these jump stitches. Damn it. Like, I was really hoping. I mean, I might be able to do it, but excuse me. It doesn't seem like it. So I don't know, let's jump around and see what happens. The problem with this, one of the problems with this program is that it doesn't show the jump stitches very well, even in the redraw. It's a bit confusing. Columns. Stitch, satin. Straight, curve, straight. curve, 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 curve. Okay. Let's see. His eyes look so sad now. So sad. Like, look at. Alright, I'll fix it, but it's just, it kind of makes me sad. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one first because it's under that one, and I might change the start stitches. Escape, select H. We want, no, not the stitch angle. Let's undo. I want to grab our start point and our end point. Put our end over there and our start over here. Okay, and now I can do this piece. Stop leaning forward. I always lean forward in my chair, and then my back starts to hurt because I'm hunched over. So close to being done. Okay, I'm gonna do this big old honking piece. Oh, that doesn't look good. Stop leaning forward. There we go. And then I'm gonna do this piece here. And this is gonna look weird again too because it's gonna close off that hole, which I will recreate later. And then go back, satin, and we're gonna go here and here and here and here and here. And we're almost done. Oh, I hate being this far out from my design. There we go. This music is groovy. I like it. If you're looking for music like this, synth is the keyword. Okay. So let's go back to 1-to-1. So there's our little dog. I'm gonna hide the artwork so you can kind of see. Cool, huh? And then there's, put that back. And then I'm gonna hide the true view. And I'm going to fix these problems fix the eyes by creating holes in the solid piece. I like to make them as roundular as possible because I feel like the software just does better when it's like that. Also, the shape itself is pretty round, so it makes sense. And then let's do this one. Escape, escape. Select our object, add holes. And this one's pretty straightforward. You don't have to close it. Well, at least in this software, you don't have to close it. You don't have to click the final node to the beginning node in order for it to close the shape. You can just hit enter twice and it'll auto-complete, which is super awesome. But look at how shitty that is. It's terrible. So let me select and edit, and now I can make this much bigger. Okay, so no, I don't want to create another node. Why would you do that? Okay. Now the main thing that I'm looking for with this is the shape of the way the stitches are forming around the edge. And that's gonna show me how neat it's gonna look. So if I hide the artwork, once I tighten this up, it's gonna be fine, but Nope. There we go. If I bring this up, that changes these stitches here. So I might have to... Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. You just have to play with it until you get the right look. Because if it looks funky here, chances are it's going to look funky in... I want to say in person, but that's not right. You know what I mean, in person. Yeah, so there we go. That's much better looking. And, okay, let's escape, so we can deselect that object. Select this object, H, to edit our nodes. And I'm just going to make this a much bigger hole. It doesn't, I don't think it needs to be that big, though. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. But I don't like how far away that is. There we go. Let's bring our software, our artwork back. Okay, and then what colored bag is this gonna be on? A black bag. And he wants, he didn't tell me what color he wanted the design to be in. Okay, I'm assuming it's not gonna be in black because that would look weird. But yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and edit this one. Make this bigger. Okay. Now I'm gonna go out this way with it. There we go. No! Stop adding nodes. It's like a fine line between clicking on the node and adding more nodes. It's really aggravating sometimes. Okay, here we go. Nope, I fucked it up. Okay, let's go back. Nah! Okay, undo is your friend. There we go. Okay, so that's not terrible. Okay, so now he has his face back and he looks like himself. His nose hole might be a little big, but again, let's go back to our one-to-one. Look at how little that is. Like, you're not gonna see that detail. So I need to make this hole a little bit bigger because otherwise you're not gonna see his eye hole. That sounds so weird. Oh, well, whatever. Okay, stop. Okay. Sometimes editing with the pen doesn't work very well. Okay, we want to make this bigger. But I want to make it bigger in such a way that it goes that way, not that way. Okay. Let's go back to one-to-one. There, now you can kind of see his eye hole. Let's go back into where his eye... Yeah. Yeah. Because you're not gonna... Yeah, you're just not gonna see it. But this way, it's a little touch and go. You still might not. I don't know. I'll have to see how it looks stitched out. I'm a little irritated by this right now. Because that little tiny bit of detail is going to be a lot. I wonder if I should just overlay them with some white or something, or a different color. Yeah, they're too small to put holes in. Fudgadilla. Okay, so what I'm going to do instead is, I know from experience that when that stitches out, those holes are just going to look terrible. So what I'm going to do is just create an object on top of it instead, and then I'm going to delete the holes in the object that's underneath. Actually, let's do an ellipses because they're easier to do. There we go. Oh no, it's black. Let's go and change the color to contrast is your friend. Okay, and then I'm gonna do an ellipse, or you know what? I can just copy that one. Sorry for the nausea cam here. Oh no, I didn't want to zoom out that far. Okay, deselect, right click and drag, release the right click, violently. And there's that. Closed object, we're gonna do white. And we're gonna do a satin stitch again. Because why not? And we're just gonna make the same shape. And again, I don't have to connect the last node if it's a closed object. I just hit enter and it automatically closes it for me. How cool is that? And then now I have to go back and edit the holes out of this. So I can remove that hole, deleting it. And now, see, it's a solid piece again. How cool. And then that's just going to be representative of escape, highlight, edit, select my nodes, delete, and that's a whole piece again. And the same for this one, escape to deselect the object, click on it to select it, H to edit, and then left click and drag to select the area, and then just delete on your keyboard, and that's a whole object again. So now let's go back to our one-to-one view. This is what it's going to look like when it's done, and you see how much better that looks because it's not holes in an existing design. So it doesn't sink in, it is going to be stacked, so it's going to like stick out from the plane of the bag. So that'll look maybe better, but there's gonna be jump stitches between those objects now, and that I'll have to trim, but they're gonna be the last thing that stitches out, so that'll make it easier because it won't be trapped under other objects. So hopefully we can do like a run, and we can start at the beginning. Actually, we want to start here. I don't think it knows how to do that. Oh no, wait, yeah, we're gonna, I just want to fast forward. There we go, okay. So there it is. So there's our design stitching out in real time. I'm gonna make it go faster because this is boring. And then it goes around the edge. And you can, oh, nope. Okay, so the underlay is an edge walk and a center walk on the outline, and I need to fix that. And on all of those objects. So I'm probably gonna remove the underlay from all the face objects because it's too much stitching. So let's see. That can keep its underlay. This is what I wanted to change. It does not need all that. So we're just gonna do a center walk on all the outline pieces. So we're gonna remove that second underlay. Click, 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 click. Okay, that one's already done. Oh, because it's part of the main one, and that one's probably done too. And then these have just the step stitch. Okay, that's fine. And then all these little pieces don't need any underlay either. So I'm gonna go and select all the ones that are the same type of stitches, all the like satin stitch objects, because you can't change the underlay on, oh my god, did that just deselect everything? Son of a bitch. Okay, so let's try this again. There we go. Click, 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 click. I think I missed one. Oh yeah, I want those too, because those are satin. Everything that's satin, let's see. Yeah, I think I got all of it. Okay, then right click, effects. Ah, it has cancel. What happened? What did I do? Okay, I'm gonna have to just do a few at a time because it's not working. Effects, edge swap. Let's do. No, these are too small. I'm not gonna do a. This one doesn't. This one doesn't need any underlay because they're so tiny. Like they're microscopic. If you put stitches underneath it, the shape is just gonna be a blob. And then on top of that is vinyl. So vinyl doesn't like when you go over the same place multiple times like that. So when you have really small objects, you really don't want to just stack them, because it's physical, you know, it'll create what they call a bird's nest, basically, of thread underneath in the back underneath. And then what happens is it gets to the point where it's so dense that it'll break your needle on your machine, and that messes up your timing, and then you have to go pay an exorbitant amount to get it serviced and recalibrated if you don't know how to do that yourself, which I don't yet. Will they stop? You probably can't even hear the booming that's happening in the background here, but there's some jackhole in my neighborhood. Either it's fireworks or they're shooting off a gun. It sounds like something. Let's put dog. And we don't want to save that as a template. We want to go back into embroidery files, client embroidery files, D for dog. So I just put dog. So 1-to-1. Dog is done. Yep. So there he is. There's our little dog. And he's done. I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to tighten up the stitching on this. I might. But given that it's so tiny, tightening up the stitches might be a bad idea. So we'll see. Oh, alright, my hands hurt. So this is where I'm done. It's been 50 minutes, 51, almost 52 minutes. Okay, it'll be 52 minutes in a second. But yeah, so this took me 52 minutes roughly. So that's kind of neat. I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit this down though. Poop. Poop, 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 poop. Alright, well anyway, I'm going to end the vlog here. So, thank you for watching.